Hey you guys, got an interesting open challenge here. This is a 110 game against somebody rated 947 in Blitz, 1229 in Rapid. So we get 1 minute and 10 seconds per move, which is kind of makes sense. Okay, night out here. So I'm playing the Vienna game. We'll see how we do. Oh, we're going to see blunders and stuff like that, exciting things. I'm just going to play it solid. That's quiet and slow. Stopping my bishop going out to there, I suppose. My challenge for the centre right now. The player 4 now. If takes, I've got bishop takes. It helps my plans for development. So, okay, we've got knight there, attacking that bishop. I might just drop the bishop back. I think that looks solid. So now I've got the two central pawns, and I have no f pawn, which means the f file is semi-open for me. And got ideas of bishop to there. So maybe if we can get my queen here, something like that. How do I get my queen there safely? Not directly, actually. Let's bring out the knight. Cannot castle kingside right now. Okay, so now the knight's blocking that idea, at least temporarily. Let's just develop, get castled, maybe castle long here, and then start to mobilise these pawns up the board. Not sure I want to put my queen in front of there when there's a semi-open file on the e file. So, I'd like to take out this bishop though. I do have 3 attackers on that square, so I can't see, the pawn can't come forwards necessarily right now. Okay, so I'm going to attack the bishop now and try and trade off. Don't see that's, I mean, he's got knight to there. Just take it. Now we've got a semi-open file on the G file, which is where black's king happens to be. So that fills me with joy. So I think we're going to castle, going to get both rooks over here, this side of the board. Definitely castle now. I'm going to hang on to this bishop for the time being, just in case there's like a sacrifice idea on h6, or if the knight moves away, that'll leave this pawn pinned as the only defender of that. So might even think about doubling up. Let's just create an escape square for the bishop down there. My opponent's playing pretty quick. It's got over 2 minutes on the clock. Right, I could attack the queen, but there's not much value in that. I'd like to engage this bishop a little bit more. So let's start the pawn advance. This is also good. 2 nice pawns there. Just really want to shift this knight first of all. Get a rook on the G file and think about that. It's a plan. Okay, I'm going to put my rook here. Because if I play that, you see, he's got bishop takes there, but then the queen's still defending, I suppose. Yeah. Bishop takes bishop, queen takes. Okay, we're going to plough on ahead now. Okay, so he's got rid of that bishop. Also, this pawn's now moved, so less of a consideration. One attacker defended by the queen. Could play queen here as an idea. Is it an idea? Not easy to tell. Let's push pawn. Right, if it attacks my knight, I'm just going to move away. If it attacks my bishop, just drop back. I have to say, this is a time control I've never seen before. But there's a first time for everything. Okay, is that safe? Knight can't come here and attack the rook, so still going to plough ahead with this idea. Dislodge this knight and cause trouble. Come after this pawn, I guess, next as well. Also, yeah, that blocks off the queen's defense, so I'm going to push that anyway. Maybe line up rook. Maybe even bring the queen around this knight. Or maybe it's time for this guy to join the party. So what can he do? There. Yeah, can attack the pawn. Okay, you've got a job, knight. You're hired. No worries. Off you go on your little journey. We've got planned for you. Pawn takes. Should be okay. All right, now backwards or forwards for the bishop? Forwards. Oh, hang on. So if bishop there, I think we might be right. Yeah, I think we have to go that way. Still guarding this square as well, just in case. That's fine. I've got knight back to here now, so he can come in and do a defensive role. I've also got queen and come around. My opponent's playing pretty well. Okay, knight round to here. So we're attacking this pawn. We're also guarding this square and this square as well. Queen's in line with that. No, don't want to pre-move anything. Okay, my opponent's now letting his clock run down a little bit. Okay, that is actually defended by the queen. Queen, what are you doing that? What's the idea of that? I'm not sure. Huh. Okay, I think I'm gonna... No. I don't want the knight to go here with a fork on my bishop. So I don't want to put my queen on a light square there. Just move my rook across. Keep the pressure on, keep his clock ticking. He's got a very bad knight now in the corner there. Don't know what you're doing looking at that. Okay, you're looking at that. Got it. Okay, so how can we frustrate that idea? Maybe we just don't. Maybe we just hide the king, let the queen take, bring in the rooks, cause problems. Because then I've got knight and rook looking at that pawn. I can win my pawn back. And then we're kind of clear on the queen side. Okay, that I think is a mistake because takes, knight recaptures, king gets knight. Yeah? So finally my opponent has slipped up because he was playing very consistently up until that point. Okay, so I grabbed that now. So now he's got a really bad knight that can't actually enter the game, can't come to either of those two squares. So he's down to two rooks. Alright. So what have we got? I've got a free pawn. Let's take a free pawn. I can always put the bishop there as well, just block things off. That looks tidy. Maybe even here, ideas of that. Not worried about that. I'm going to put this threat in here. The king might go to there. In which case I'll just double up my rooks and come after this pawn. Double up rooks. Quite like this format. It's kind of like 10 seconds a move. Makes sense. Okay, I now have another free pawn. If he's thinking of pushing there, I'm not concerned. Could even reroute my knight round there. Let's grab this free pawn. I can see his position maybe collapsing now. King now can't move, he's got no squares. The knight has still got the same problem. So all his plays now down to these two rooks. I don't think I'm concerned about that. He takes. Bishop can come back and plug the hole again. Playing the role of a tall pawn is how it's described. And you've got a bishop in your pawn chain. It's a tall pawn. It's a bishop slumming it, pretending to be a pawn. Okay, so I don't normally play like quick time formats like this. But let me know if you think it's a good idea. Let's re-engage the knight now. Attack this rook. Knight might come round. Anything going there? Got 2 attackers, 2 defenders on there because the knight's actually finally doing a job of some kind. Okay, but I want the knight to get closer to the king. So in here or in here. Not there, mate. Come on. Be reasonable. So bishop's now defending the pawn. What's the material like? I'm 5 up. Right, how does that work out? Okay, I've got the extra bishop and 2 extra pawns. So how do you win the game? Well, you win the game by... Okay, oh, what have we got now? 2 attackers, 2 defenders again on there. Alright. So what can this knight do from there? How can we cause trouble? Get round to here would be good, wouldn't it? It's like 1, 2, 3, 4 to be the 3rd attacker. I'm not sure of the point of that move, so let's carry on with the wanderings of Mr. Knight. That actually defends that. He might push the pawn, but then I just swap off one of his rooks and simplify that way. That's all right. I'm up to over 2 minutes again now. So now I do have my 3 attackers on here, and he has 3 defenders. Okay, well that's not going to help his ambitions. Yeah. Okay, so Operation Finish Off Black. I can put my knight here. That looks like the best place. It's guarding this squares. This knight can now come out into the game. It'd be nice to have my... Oh, hang on. Got rook here now, haven't I? Let's throw that in. Forces the king here. And I've kind of got a check. Not really. I can move my knight away and attack this pawn with a discovery on this knight as well, so that's okay. The king again is just glued in the corner. I've got a nice central king. Okay, you're coming after my rook, are you? Yeah, you think? Now I can't grab that pawn because he plays knight to here and it's a fork, isn't it? Ah! Sneaky you are. Okay, I'm going to drop all the way back here and be annoying. Yeah, that would have been quite the blunder. That's exactly what my opponent needs. He needs me to get overexcited, play too quick, mess up. Okay, you've gone in for the check anyway, eh? Okay, so if I go next to the knight now, he's a little way off being able to do anything serious. You can't go there, king takes. Can't go there, rook takes. That's alright. That's alright. And obviously he can't go onto his own piece. So you can see how when knights get outside of this central 4x4 square, the number of squares that they can actually land on is reduced. Okay, I'd like to swap off the rooks, I think. That would be very nice. So if I drop my knight here, let's think, knight there, rook takes. No, I'd lose 2 pieces, but then I've got a runaway pawn as well. I will run away. Hey. Let's threaten the knight. Really, really important not to get blasé and lax and lose your focus at this point in the game. When you know the game should be won, you've got to keep your foot on his neck. Knight can't go there because of pawn, can't go there because of bishop. If he goes there, king takes. If he goes here, don't know. Might even trade my rook for a knight and a pawn. May even do that. Okay, so we have resignation. Okay, that was a fun game. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like these kind of quicker formats. But yeah, interesting time format, I think, there. But he's right. He wasn't going to be able to convert that minor piece and 2 pawns down. So yeah, but decent game. I enjoyed it. Okay, thank you for watching, and I'll see you very soon.